Dirk Strongman at Thrive Q Amateur Logic and Methodology of Mind. Thank you for selecting this video on a few thoughts that come to mind right now. I mean, as we're going here in this experience, there's like this first side thought that pops up. But before I continue, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, then please go ahead and do it right now. That way you can also activate the notification bell feature and be apprised of my new uploads. Additionally, right now you can also share the joy of this channel with others simply by clicking on the thumb up icon immediately below this media player window. Now in our first few run-throughs of practice with the thing there is for us to do now. Actually do it, right? A few things are going to arise to our consciousness. A few mental objects are going to arise to our awareness, however fleetingly, and to whatever extent. One is what it's like to do this. Some kind of like noticing of what it's like to do it, or how it feels. Like a little bit of a meta observation of the thing, or like from an objective point of view, or a little bit of jumping outside the actual just doing it, the focus of attention on that object, a little bit outside that, and starting to ask questions about what's it like to do this. And then, see, now that's not part of the basic thing. And right along with that, that's not part of what we're up to, what we're after, right? That's not focus on the object that we intend. Okay? And along with that could come the notion that this involves some stress. This kind of like zaps me a bit. This requires too much of my brain, or it tires me. It's stressing me out. I don't know what good it's supposed to be doing. It's mess. It's yeah, whatever. Okay, stress. All right. Okay, some kind of mental exhaustion being felt, mental drain. Okay, look, that means just not doing this right. That just means not doing this right. That shouldn't be a question, not given the nature of what's happening. That means not being just properly on focus. There shouldn't be question over strain. This is not a thing that gets involved in mental strain. The very nature of it. Let's focus on the part of us that, like what of us just focus on the part that's not changing. That means calm, right? That just implies calm. As opposed to strain. In other words, or easily, rather than strain, easily. Yeah. Anything other than easily doesn't correspond with what we're doing. It doesn't. It doesn't fit there at all. There's nothing about what we're doing that actually has, corresponds with strain. There shouldn't be any. The object of attention itself is the calm of all calm. Even just having a very fleeting or some thing having to do with recognition of that gives us the thing to just maintain and, to maintain in our mind and keep focusing back on. But that's not strain. That's not going to provide strain. It's not going to lead to that, because it's pretty easy to catch on to that. Just catch on to that and maintain that the best you can without, easily. It is easy. It requires very little, but just almost not causing any stress or strain. Just staying still. So let's keep that in mind now, okay? This necessarily involves easily. It necessarily involves no strain. It involves easily, and somebody just came in the door and I lost my train of thought. It involves easy and calm, yeah, just by its nature, and just and your faculty of attention. Just your faculty of attention being placed and just staying, just focusing on, just easily resting on you. That's what you're doing with your faculty of attention. You that doesn't change, right? So, the part of you that de facto is not changing it in there the whole time, just continuously. There's no strain in that. You get it? You understand what I mean? So, no strain. No. Strain. No. Calm. In fact, one time of recognizing no, you might as well just add in their confidence over it. It's just basic. You focusing on that. It's you just focusing on that. What I just said. Okay. That's it. So that's just anything more than easily is definitely not gonna. It's not gonna lead to that. Okay. Straighten that out, right? See, I knew that would come up. That would come up right away. Of course it does. It starts with, what's this like to do? What's it like? What's it like to do this? Well, starting to answer that question is, and then the next thing could be, hey, is this wearing me out? What's it like to do this? What if I don't like it? What if it leads to stress? Now, you know where that comes from. That's not a natural thing to come up, from just like pure consciousness. That comes up in the best we can do toward that end here, from our starting point. Yeah, it's the next thing to come up with, like, hey man, this could stress me out. Sure, and sure it could. That's where that comes up. So we have to address that, because that's going to come up somehow for somebody, more than it does for other people. So that has to be addressed. No, see, that's not what we're doing here. That's what I'm getting at. That's not what we're doing. We're not engaging in it like that. We're just dealing with the raw thing. We're not going back in time, doing something that's metaphysically impossible. No, we're rewriting it. That state of self-identification and that state of mental faculty, just in and of themselves, right? Those capacities, those potentials, they are still there. They're still here. bypassing all the bullshit and just going straight to that. That's it. That's it. So we really don't have any room here for concerns over stress, strain. Really. We understand how they might come up and what their status is, and they're not what we're doing. So no, we're not doing strain or stress. We're doing easy, right? Because that's what it is. Just that corresponds with the thing in itself then. All right. Did I say enough? How many times did I say that? How many different ways did I say that? You know, sometimes that's the way it has to be done. Some of these things are so in front of our faces. Just so smack right there. Always right there. We can barely even see anything that close. That obvious, that just trivially true. That useful. That dead on, you know? It's hard to see those things, so sometimes it's best to say them in a lot of different ways, one after the other, like I just did. Now I'm done. Let's go repetition. And it does a lot. So, yeah, there you go. I think you're still in agreement with all of this. This is a group project, you and I, right? Reasoning through this one tiny little piece at a time. So, I'm sure we're still together here. See you in the next one. I'm Dirk Stroman at Logic and Methodology of Mind. Be well.